To start the clock. We are having a couple of technical difficulties, but that's all right. Somebody don't want this video done, but we gonna get it done anyway. Let me put out my disclaimer. We are doing Sydney Starr. Again, you already see we are having technical difficulties. I done dropped you on your head. Don't sue me because I don't have no money for none of y'all. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged and metaphysical science cannot be proven. Also, I do not have a dog in this fight. We are just going to see what is going on spiritually. No more, no less, my love. Also, any readings that I do on anybody, please do not bully or harass anyone. Please and thank you. Again, if you are not subscribed, I ask you to please and thank you. Y'all know I don't do that many live readings. Most of them are recorded. I pulled out the big guns for Sydney because we want to know what happened. It's more questions than answers with this. Who did you piss somebody off from the elites? Wait a minute, my love. Is this a humiliation ritual? How did they know that boy was there? Who called the police? Even though a lot of questions that we had, we will not get answers to because it was a minor. Also, it was said that during the interrogation that Sydney had, give me 1 second, that Sydney had basically said it was voluntary, which is, I don't know what to say about that. Can y'all hear me? So let's get into Miss Sydney Starr. Sydney Starr, born February 5th in Chicago, February 5th, 1989. So this means that Sydney is an Aquarius, born in Chicago. So on Sunday, she was arrested at the Embassy Suites. Her charges, I can't say all the charges because, her bond was denied yesterday, which is normal because on those charges, you cannot get bond. Nobody's going to give you bond on those charges during the first time that you see a judge. Nobody. Now listen to this. If found guilty, the maximum sentence for this situation is life. The minimum is 25. Like I said again, I'm picking up that she done messed up the church's money and somebody in the elite she pissed off. We know Sydney from Darius McCray on Family Matters. And actually, his baby mom's name is Ashley. She was on Bigo. I don't know if she's still there, but she used to be on Bigo, and she had her daughter up there. Well, their daughter. Then it was the scandal where she said that she had relations with Chingy. Then years later, she said, I testified, blah, 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 blah. She will remain in custody until her next hearing, which is supposed to be on the 25th of August. Again, let me say, I do not have a dog in this fight. Everything is alleged. I will say that continuously. Wait a minute, baby. Let me cover my head. I pulled out the words of truth because we want to know what happened. This is going to be short, sweet, straight to the point. Because I got to get to, we got to get to the blue face circus too. And the woo lady. All right. I already cleared and protected all of us. All right. This is my eggshell powder. You can use this for cleansing your cards. You can use your sage. Or in this bottle, I have my Florida water, but I mix it. I use this Florida water, and I'll also use this one now. They are two good, strong Florida waters. Gotta keep this all protected, especially with these celebrities. Now, if anybody remembers, with Sydney Starr, she wasn't like, people were hearing her name, but she wasn't like T.S. Madison and all the other ones. Actually, Akasha had got up there and said that this is going to be a witch hunt against the trans community, which is actually sad because it is happening. Now, let me tell you, everybody is not the same. Just because one person does it doesn't mean that everybody else is into doing stuff like that. I will say that. Again, I don't have a dog in this fight. This is the words of truth. Let's see what's the energy around Sydney Starr and this. You know, I can't say the R word, so we want to say great situation with this child. What is the energy around Sydney Starr and these charges? Alright, I think that's enough. I'm going to go here. Here. I'm going to take that one too. And that. Alright, let's get it. Again, hello my babies. I see 2 of you right here. 3. Please hit the like. Please and thank you. Alright, the energy around Sydney Starr in this situation. First card, dullness. Clarity. Like I said, with this situation, let's get into clarity. Clarity is in reverse. It's a lot of, the whole situation is very, very fuzzy. Like I said, how did that boy get there? How did she meet the boy? Even though I know this whole situation is new, it's a lot of how, what, when, and why. And how did you meet this 13, between, this boy's supposed to be the age of 13 and 14. But I am going to ask for clarity with clarity, because clarity was in reverse. So let's clarify clarity, because I'm a little bit confused. Here, can you clarify clarity? Situation with Sydney Starr. Alright. So we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. We got the Tower. This is to innocence. And the Temperance is she did something. Now let me say, when I say she did something, let me clarify that. She pissed somebody off. Let me just say that. She made somebody mad. She made one of them elites mad. She didn't. With the 6 of Wands and the upright, that's about somebody, victorious, successful, XYZ. With it in reverse, failure, lack of recognition, lack of achievement. She didn't fulfill, fall from grace, disappointment. She made somebody mad. So when she made somebody mad, they said, okay, you see how this fire and these people are falling from the buildings? It's not all about the words. You still have to look at the illustrations too, my baby. She pissed somebody off. And again, this explains that when you see the 6 of Cups, that's about innocence, a child. She took somebody's innocence. She allegedly, let me say alleged. Don't sue me because I ain't got nothing. Has she done this before? Look at me not minding my business. With the imbalance, still in recklessness. Has she done this before with somebody else? Oh, the 2 of Cups. So allegedly, she has done this before. And with the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Cups is about partnership. So that is saying that collusion. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it at that. Also, did you hear what I'm looking for? No. I was about to ask. Was any family members complacent? And this is the first thing that happened with the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody's parent was complacent, allegedly. And then you have the Nine of Swords. With the Nine of Swords, it's like, listen, I'm complacent, but then it's like, I done messed up. I don't want I don't want no parts of that. It's like the pullback energy. Look, lack of direction. Was thinking about that money, that passion, love, the King of Cups, forgiveness. All right, we're gonna leave that alone. Let's finish going into the rest of the words of truth. This is healing. That baby's going, healing's coming out, so that baby's going to need a lot of healing behind this. Sydney's going to try to, with the understanding card, Sydney's going to want people to understand the situation from her point of view and what happened, and try to get people to fall in line with, you get it. She's a female. I didn't manipulate. What did she say? Manipulation was in a reverse. So she's standing, this is the energy around Sydney Starr. So Sydney is going to stand by, I didn't manipulate this boy. They was complicit. Allegedly, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged and metaphysical science cannot be proven. This is coming out dark. So she's going to say, I didn't manipulate this boy. They knew everything that was going to go down, that went down, XYZ, ABC. So when that is said, don't be surprised. Lying. So that's her stance. I am not lying because lying is in reverse. Next card, heart. With the heart in reverse, no feelings towards it. She's standing on her business. She is not happy right now, but you expect somebody to be happy. They are locked up. Let's get some clarity in the magic. Spirit, can you please clarify magic? Please clarify magic. Alright, so we have the Four of Pentacles. This is magic. This is about money. You know, anytime you see these pentacles, it's about money. So Sydney does magic. And she has reckless spending too. She has a very unhealthy lifestyle. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is not, allegedly, let me say alleged again, this is not the first time that Sydney has intertwined with a minor. Okay? And she does, or has done, allegedly, magic to get her money. If you remember, Sydney Starr has been around for a little while, but she did not get the momentum as, like I said, the T.S. Madison and the other, I can't remember. She was on Orange is the New Black. Like those trans. Money. No coincidence. Next card. Immortality. So you will live forever, huh? Yeah, people gonna remember you forever with this. She's not self-obsessed. She doesn't feel she's self-obsessed. Sacrifices in reverse. So, with sacrifice in reverse, did she not, like I told you, she did not, nope. I asked, did she not want to sacrifice somebody? She did not want to sacrifice somebody. She didn't want to be bothered. We had the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this must have been like, listen, you on Zeus, you've been on Love and Hip Hop, and you know to play the game and to go up the ladder, you have to sacrifice in this game, my loves. And she said, I'm not with it. She said, I'm not with it. I'm not doing it. So like I said in the beginning, she pissed one of the leaks off. Allegedly. Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. All right, what else? Beauty. So allegedly she find, even though Sydney comes off as somebody who is uh what's the word that I'm looking for? She comes off as the type of person that is very confident. But with the beauty in reverse, it's like a lot of things that she could tweak and fix about herself. When she's not in front of that camera, it's things that she feels like can be fixed. So when she comes off as she's okay with how she looks, I'm sexy, I'm gorgeous, behind those doors, she doesn't find herself as sexy and beautiful. Hopelessness. You're standing on business, but alignment. Disappointment. I don't feel like she thought, like I've done this numerous of times. That's what I'm picking up. I've done this numerous of times. Where is this coming from? Yeah, it's not the first time. And she has done this numerous of times. We had the Two of Cups. So you had the partnership with somebody. So that partnership has separated. Tensions, divisions. Then we had the Fools, right? You took somebody's innocence, allegedly. It's like, where is this coming from? I have done this before. Why am I getting arrested all of a sudden now? Actually disappointed that whoever she had their partnership with before is no longer with her anymore. They're not standing 10 toes down. They're not standing by her side. All right, let's continue. I want to get through this. Letting go. That's their partnership. Whoever she had a contract with or was doing overriding in reverse. A lot of her cards are in reverse. So she don't want to let go. It's not going to be a resolution to this. This is going to go on for a little while. This case is not going to be open and shut. We're looking at years. Let's get some clarity in this. Will this case be open and shut? Will this case be open and shut? This is 6. Usually when them cards don't start falling, no, it's not going to be open and shut. We have the Temperance in reverse, which is imbalance. It's going to be a lot of he said, she said, you said, look, was at the bottom of the intention. This was planned out, sought out, allegedly. XYZ, resentment in reverse. She don't have no hard feelings. Undermine. I didn't undermine you. Like I said, whoever she had that partnership with, whoever she was in what do you call it? Contract. Whoever he was in this partnership with. Jay, help me out. Whoever she was, I'm looking for a certain word. I can't think of the word right now. Shit, it'll come back to me. Let's get it. Self-importance. So she's thinking about her career, even though she's sitting out there. She's not going to say anything about that. Speaking is in reverse. So she's not going to say nothing. You might hear family or other people talking about it. Light of the situation, she's not going to speak nor bring light about the situation. Whatever you heard about in the interrogation, that's what you heard. Sydney is not going to get up on there and say nothing at all. Breakthrough. You won't get no breakthroughs. You won't get no lights. You won't get nothing. She don't find nothing funny about this. I don't think any of us find anything funny about this. Rest. Please clarify rest here. Alright, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. When the Five of Pentacles is in an upright, it's about loss, being left out in the cold, right? She's going to have to recover from this and ask people for forgiveness. What the hell? Oh, I know, baby. When they're in the reverse, See, if they're in an upright, let me say this. When they're in an upright, it's okay. So if humor was in an upright, it would mean that she's finding something funny about this. All right, I'm sorry. If it landed in an upright or I pulled it in an upright, it means that she found something funny about it. But because it was in reverse, she doesn't find anything funny about it. Just like with the cards. Now what was I on? No, she's not getting no rest. She's too worried about her money, changes that's going to happen, setbacks, delays, loss, trying to overcome what everybody else is thinking. As you should. Alright. Sobriety. So she wasn't sober when this happened. It was allegedly, it was some, drugas, some substances allegedly being used because sobriety was in reverse. So she wasn't sober when this happened. No new possibilities. Let's say this, her career is in big trouble, little China. Where you see people blotting out, because my daughter did show me that it was a couple of episodes that was supposed to be coming out. They're actually blotting out her face. And you know, when it comes to things like this, people don't want no parts of that. I mean, would you? You could talk to me. I'm not going to bite y'all. Commitment. But they're backing up from her. Again, with all this, if you're just coming in, welcome. With all of this, people going to be backing up from her. She's standing on 10 toes. Like, she's not wrong. Mine. Give me 1 second. So, let's give, because I didn't want to be in this energy for too long. So let's give a quick synopsis of what we got from this. Allegedly, she said, I did it, but it's not the way that y'all think I did it. Like, the family was complicit. Allegedly, she done pissed somebody off, and that's why the people that moved in. The parents allegedly knew about this, and I'm picking up, like, was this social media she met this child off of? Ooh. Yep. Social media, and then she got to know this person. So whoever this child is, she met them off of social media, allegedly. And then, but she's known them for a little while. So it's more like a friend. This is crazy. This is crazy. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Her money is going to be messed up a hell of a lot. Like, at this point, she's also going to be stubborn. Let me tell you, a lot around this case, Sydney's going to fight. It's going to be like, I didn't do anything wrong. And my husband said, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's Sydney. Sydney's going, so allegedly she met this child on social media, and she's known this child for a little bit of time. It's not the first time. Now, let me use, let's use what's the gossip, and then we're going to shut this down. Because like I said, I want to get up out of here. Yeah, it is crazy. Let me clean these cards. I don't like this at all. And it's time for me to go. I don't play with people's kids, and I don't want them playing with mine. Alright. We're going to use what's the gossip, and then we're going to shut this thing down. Energy around Sydney Starr and these charges. Ooh. Thank you. Any more cards? Alright. Once we get through these, we're going to shut it down. side hustle, which says multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security, always on my grind. That tells us that her money is going to be affected. But are we surprised? Lesson learned. The people that she trusts before, she knows not to surround herself with these people. And it's also like people who were, uh, what's the word? With her, knew about the things that she has done and she did. Matter of fact, Judy from Bad Girls Club, Judy said, and I'm going to look into that. Wait a minute, my love. My mind jumps all over the place, but stay with me. We're on it somewhere. So Judy said when her and Sydney Starr was on Bad Girls Club, that Judy, she had to lock herself for the bathroom. That Sydney was trying to touch on her, XYZ. So let's see if Judy was telling the truth. I just thought about that. And Judy said, see, I told you, like Baby Troll would say. Ha. Judy was not lying. Judy was like, so we had the lovers in reverse. So Sydney was actually attracted to Judy, allegedly, right? But that's why they was always fighting on, I believe it was Bad Girls Club. One of them damn shows that Natalie Nunn is on. You know, the biggest guy up there. All right. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to leave that alone. Just know, what Judy said that Sydney was trying to touch on her, it was like I told you so. With the Seven of Wands, this is somebody who stands their ground, right? She's strong-willed, and she was like, I told all of you that she was a pervert. Now look, why did this have to come forward for y'all to believe that Sydney was a pervert? She said it, not me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger, okay? Look, I told you it wasn't the first time. Deja vu, repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unsolved issues. We've been here before. It's no coincidence that these cards come out. I told you this is not the first time that Sydney has allegedly had entanglements with the child. Money moves is in reverse. So, like I said, her money is going to be funny now. With money moves in the upright, smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making money work. Her money is going to be funny, which nobody should be surprised, because once you come up on any charges on grape, molestation, I can't say the word or I can't get in trouble, so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. We have false alarm. We're having a false alarm in the reverse, so it's saying exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events. Which do I do about nothing? So it's not a false alarm. Again, allegedly, this is not the first time that Sydney has done this, my love. Plastic smiles. So she's saying, as she's sitting in that cell, she's saying a lot of people were fake around me. So with plastic smiles, it says fake kindness, force, friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends and name only. Plastic smiles. So now she's sitting in that cell and she's saying people were fake as fuck. Oh, excuse me. You're supposed to be my friends. Basically, I feel like I'm picking up the energy that she feels like she was set up. She was set up. Come see, come side. I just want to see the energy around it. She feels set up. It's not the first time that this has happened. This whole situation is going to, if you think it's going to be open and shut, this is going to drag on. It's going to drag on. If you think that she's going to speak about it, no. The only thing that she's going to, wait a minute, before I shut this out, let's see if any of this child's family members, because when it comes to celebrities, people's family like to step forward and start talking. Will anybody from this child's family come forward? Because it is a minor. Let's remember, they cannot give out information about this case legally because they have to protect the child. But will any of the family members of this child come forward? Mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, etc. Will somebody come? Yep, 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 yep. They telling. They are telling. I came for, when I asked for, are they coming forward? I wanted to know is, and whoever this is, like I said, brother, sister, and we have these pentacles up here, right? So, listen, it's like we can, one of them was judgment, so don't be surprised if it's more than one person. And we have these pentacles, that's money. I can get money from this. Now, the person who wants judgment with the Nine of Swords, this person is tormented. And I'm not really picking up mama energy. It's somebody else, like maybe grandmother, aunt, etc. Right? Also, whoever else is going to be coming forward with the Ace of Cups, this is somebody who awakening situations, fulfillment, trying to tell people what's going on, right? Being crafty, creative. The Page of Wands, inspired. Well, they can't speak, so guess what? I can be the eye opener and tell you what's going on. This is messed up. But you have somebody, like I said, grandmother, auntie, whoever, with the Four of Swords. They're not resting. So like I said, don't be surprised if it's a cousin or an uncle or somebody that steps forward who knows this child and says something about this situation. Whoever, on one side, the other person, whoever, you got one that's quiet and you got one that's going to step up because they see money from this situation because it's sitting star. All right, my loves, I am getting up out of this energy. I'm starting to get a headache. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation. Talk to me in the comment section below. I'm actually lost for words. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm gonna do Woo Lady. We're gonna jump to the Blue Face Circus, which is gonna be a little bit more interesting. So we'll do Woo Lady last, depending on how I feel. But I will be back because I have to clear out my room after this. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Talk to me in the comment section below. Please do not bully or harass anybody that I do any readings on. Come see, come side. Listen, it's their business, not mine. I send love and light to all of you. Please watch your children and watch who your children are around, my loves. And I will talk to you later.